Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be installing our fridge slider for the ICECO 45 liter. Not much of a do-it-yourself kind of guy, but today we're going to give it a shot. So I decided to use a piece of plywood, bolt that to the bottom of the back of the Jeep, and then bolt the slider to that. So what I got was a bunch of bolts, some washers. I got some fabric to cover the board in. I got the board pre-cut at Lowe's for me. And we're gonna see what happens. It's always known as Sunday Follies because nothing ever goes according to plan, but I have a plan this time at least, and hopefully if I follow it, there won't be any follies. But let's see. Stay tuned. We'll find out. First thing we got to do is remove all the existing factory flooring. What we are going to lose is the storage capability back here with this flip up. What I'm hoping to keep is access to the jack area. I'm hoping that the board doesn't overlap too much and not allow me to get in there. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to get a bottle jack here before my next trip. So not super important that I still have access to the jack area with the jack, but we'll see. I might still be able to have access to that. So let's get this out of the way and then we'll move on. Next thing we're going to do is make the template. So we're just taping some paper together. I'll set it out, lay it out, come down the sides with some more paper, and then we'll mark the holes, and then we'll figure out how far from the edge of the board the holes need to be from both edges. So hoping that works. All right, took a little bit of extra work, not really a Sunday folly, but almost, to get all the holes drilled in the appropriate places. I'm going to set these and make sure that they all screw all the way in, and with some washers. Then I'll put the fridge slide out up here, mark out where I want to drill the holes for that. Once I get all the holes drilled, I'll cover the wood in the fabric that I have with some glue, and should be done. All right, now we're going to put on the fabric. Voila. Now we'll burn holes in the drill holes for the bolts and get everything mounted. I'll show you what it looks like inside the Jeep. So it's not an exact match, but it looks good, I think, and still fits even with the carpet. Like I said, we'll get the holes burned out so there's no fraying, and we'll get it bolted in after we get the fridge slider bolted to the board. Day 2 of the rear end project. We'll call it the rear end project. The Jeep project. Storage Jeep storage project. We're just trying to put a slider in the back for the fridge and a shelf so I can stack with enough space so I can stack my new storage containers that I bought. Just trying to redo the whole thing. I've already had to make some changes to my design due to space. Things don't quite fit while on the tray / still not sure the shelf's going to be high enough. So as most projects go, I'm already heading to either Lowe's, Home Depot, or yeah, one of the two, or who knows. Anywhere I can find some washers, some bolts, and maybe like a 1/2-inch spacer. But if I do that, I'm going to need longer. Anyway, look, no Sunday follies have occurred yet. It has not been disastrous. But we are into day 2 now, and it isn't exactly as easy as I thought it was going to be, because I'm like, this will take one whole afternoon, but it'll only take one. Yeah, we're going into 2. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's done by the end of the day. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens. Still not having Sunday follies, I promise. But had to come back to Lowe's because my screws were too short to mount the rack, because it didn't take into account the thickness of the rack and the additional thickness that the carpeting that I put on the board would cause. And this is actually my second trip to Lowe's, because the first time I came back I forgot my wallet. So it's going really well today, guys. Hey, while I'm here, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. I will probably have this video and maybe one other out before we leave for Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, and I'm going to do a series of videos on that trip. We should be gone about 8 days camping, maybe 6 or 7 of those. 3 of those will be at the event. So yeah, please hit the bell if you haven't already subscribe, and we'll see what we come up with out at Expo. It's my first time, and looking forward to it. So we'll share our experiences out there with us and Sandy and Chris and Mark, all people we met on the 395 Junkie trip, and have gone camping with a couple other times. So should be fun. Stay tuned to the channel for that, and stay tuned to this video, because I will get this done in the next couple hours, and it will be perfect, or close enough. Stay tuned. Okay, I think these bolts are going to work. Let's get them in place, turn the board over, mount the slide. I'll tighten those down and that's it. Now we just have to bolt the board back down in there and this is done. Shockingly easy once I got the right parts. Well guys, I think that's it. Let's just see. It's pretty sturdy too. Fridge test. Alright, granted it's an empty fridge. I hear no creaking or cracking in the wood. Huh? That's good. Alright, now the next step, the shelf. And is it going to be tall enough to clear the fridge? It's going to be super close, I can already tell. Hang on, we'll get to it. First step, remove 2 bolts off the mount for the roof. 2 bolts on either side, so that's what I'm going to do over here now. I think I'll try it without anything extra, see what happens. Gonna clear. Now the question on this side is my fire extinguisher. Do I need to move it up maybe a little bit? I'll tighten these all the way down until I get all the cross section at least loosely bolted on. But I want to get them a little snug so it holds the weight. Parts list, installation, meh. Hey, did it say how to open the box? Just kidding. Right about 25 minutes to install the shelf. However, solid as a rock, by the way. Fucking solid. This works fantastic. There's a little bit more in the front than in the back because I think this tilts back for a reason. However, let's see now that I got this thing all tightened down. It hits the fridge door. So there's going to be some marking here. But it will work. I'll have to strap it all the way forward in this tray. And I'll have to live with some marking on this, and probably some marking on the back of my door. Project done. No, and I mean 0 Sunday follies. Except for the 3 trips back to Lowe's and the extra trip because I forgot my wallet. But overall, I'm happy with the install. I'm happy with my do-it-yourself little job here on the floor with the wood. If you guys want any further information about how I did that, hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching. Again, stay tuned for the next few videos. We're going to Overlanding Expo West in Flagstaff. That's next week. I think we're leaving in a week from today to head that direction, camp, and get into the venue. I'm going to do a series of videos on that, so stay tuned. Hit that bell. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We'll see you next time.